episode 10, which like in like years, what is 10? What is the like gold is 25 or something, 20? What is 10 years?
I don't know.
What is the 10-year anniversary thing?
The 10-year anniversary is traditionally celebrated with gifts made of tin or aluminum, symbolizing
We're at aluminum, guys. So
We've made it.
we've arrived. Aluminum.
Oh my god.
Man, that's messed up. So if you've been married for 10 years, somebody gives you a gift that you've made of aluminum. That's crazy.
All right, well, so no.
But I just want to see what 10 was. So at some point, it'll be our gold episode.
All right. No,
But right now, like, damn, man, I thought it'd be something decent, like a bronze or, something.
Hey, well, we've made it to aluminum. If you go buy a pack of aluminum foil, that's enough to pay for that 9-volt battery for this beeping smoke detector.
Man, vinyl siding replaced aluminum even. Like,
I mean, I guess so. You got a point there.
wow, dude. Man, we ain't good for nothing but cans right now. But that's all right. Like, after 11, 12, I wonder what 15 is. What is 15 gift and anniversary years?
A crystal?
No, crystal. So we're 5 episodes from going to aluminum to crystal.
I mean, it's going to go from aluminum to crystal in just
Hey,
5
about
points.
I can live with that. I can live with that. So I'll be aluminum today.
All right.
That's weird. Like, I was not expecting that. It completely caught me off guard. All right, today, guys, we're gonna we talked about doing like favorite movies. Man, I cannot pick a favorite movie. I really can't. I know, like I might can narrow it down possibly, but I don't know. And so we decided we'd just talk about like all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
Like movies that if you're watching if you're skimming through channels on TV or looking through the guide on your streaming stuff, however you watch it, and you see something on and you go and watch it, or something on Netflix that you've seen 15 times but you still go watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do stuff like that. And I guess over the last 10 years, there's a few movies that I can definitely nail down.
10 years? Man,
Like in the last 10 years.
we got to go back a little further for me.
Well, I mean, I've watched movies before then, but like chilling with like Boo in the mountains and stuff, and like I got to watch some. I watched some movies.
Yeah, I bet.
I watched every episode of Law and Order 3 times, beginning to end. All the seasons.
3 times.
Just in case, bro. Just in case.
All right, so you know what to do if it.
Don't make that. There's like no witnesses, no. And like you got to get rid of the evidence, bro. like so Jack McCoy don't get you. I'm just like I learned a lot from watching that show. Don't have a dark side.
You strike me more as a Jack Bauer from 24 kind of guy. You get freaked out in the middle of the night, come out with your piece, walking through the house, hiding behind doors, making sure ain't nobody in there when you go to the bathroom. Just making sure. So that's not you.
The dude. If I committed a bad crime, the one dude I don't think I would want being the one trying to catch me is Gibbs from NCIS.
100%.
Gibbs gonna get you.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it might take him 2 or 3, 4 episodes, but he gonna get you. And if it takes 4 episodes, it ain't gonna be good when he gets you. It's going in for you.
So if we were in that TV show, I would be Gibbs for sure, right?
No, that shouldn't be Gibbs. You could be McGee. He wants to be Denanzo, but that's too close to John Stamos.
No,
so you're gonna be Gibbs. I mean, you're gonna be McGee.
I mean, McGee in the later seasons while he was still there, he wasn't that bad.
When me and my Uncle Jeff were together, we played. He loves NCIS. He would always tell me what was going to happen. He would be an episode ahead of me and would ruin it for me. Like, he didn't care. Like, he would do it on purpose. And he would, but when we was together, we would play NCIS, and when we was in the truck, and I'd
play
be Gibbs, and he had to be McGee, and I'd slap him in the back of the head and stuff.
Yeah, I bet you did that. I don't know if you'd be here talking right now if that's how it went down.
But yeah, he's a big NCIS fan, which is a good TV show I like. But
Mm-hmm.
favorite movie, so right off to like, I'd say like the last few years, pretty much all of Denzel's movies, good movies I've watched. Not all of them, but like
I mean,
Training Day, Man on Fire. I'm not saying these are my all-time favorite movies, but these are movies that I've watched several times.
what was that one where he was making the purple stuff and selling it on the streets? American Gangster.
American, yeah, I've watched that
That
very
one-
recent. I've watched that like about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
American
I mean,
Gangster.
you know, if you're into those kind of
It's
movies,
a good
man, that's
message. What's a
great
true
movie.
story?
Yeah, yeah,
Frank
and
Lucas.
wasn't he from around North
Yeah, they're
Carolina
from
somewhere?
Wilmington. Coast,
Wilmington.
yeah, the coast. His family was. Yeah.
Telemarketer.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a great actor. I mean, you're right. Most of his movies.
That's a good movie. I think Terrence Howard
Oh man,
plays. There's a movie. The dude that Frank Lucas, his character in American Gangster,
okay.
the guy that passes away at the beginning of the movie, Bumpy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I think Terrence Howard plays Bumpy.
Oh, does
There's
it?
but it's a completely different. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's the story of Bumpy.
Oh, okay.
That's probably a pretty. I haven't seen that. I'd like to see that movie.
All right.
But
Can't go wrong with Denzel, man. So many movies he's been in. Now, you know, I don't know how it is now, but I'm pretty sure that he was a guy that had a perfectly symmetrical face. Like one side of his face looked exactly the same as the other side.
I think mine's like that.
But I don't know about that.
It's supposed to be.
Well, but I tell you the stuff that I like. I mean, I definitely like the action movies and those type of movies. Movies for guys who like movies. Any of those pretty much are going to be on my list. But I'm a huge comedy fan. And Young Frankenstein with Gene Wilder.
Oh, I'm not a Gene Wilder fan at all.
Are you serious?
I don't even remember liking the stuff him and Richard Pryor did together.
Really? Like, Hear No Evil, See No Evil?
Man,
The Silver Streak? Pete.
Man, Gene Wilder looked like a man, and I'm sorry, but he just looked like a strange person that would do strange things. I'm not going to go into detail. Before, I mean, I know it happened, but before it was like such a movement against it, and it was brought into, enlightenment like it has. Back then it was going on, but it was way more secretive.
Wow.
Like he just like when I was a kid, I don't like you leave alone me. I'm gonna whack it, but like I'd be like I remember even when I was because I was young, I was like, man, I wouldn't leave no kids around that dude or something. Like he just always struck me as weird, man.
I mean, I can see that. I don't think he had a rap like that though.
I'm sure. I don't know. I never, maybe not, but
he was married to Gilda Radner, wasn't he? The comedian. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, man. I'm not saying nothing bad. I remember seeing him and going, man, there's just something about that dude. Like I don't like.
So like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Whenever you watch
never
that.
seen that.
Oh, so you
I've
go
never seen
straight
neither.
to.
I've never seen neither version of it.
Huh.
Actually, believe it or not.
I mean, dude. I mean, you were born in the early '70s. I was born in the early '80s. So we have a little bit of an age gap, a 10-year age gap. But I mean, man, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, man, that's like an all-time favorite for me.
Like it's like right up there with like Christmas Story and like I've never seen it though.
Wow. All right.
Never.
That's wild. And what were we just talking about a minute ago where you were like, oh, okay, never mind, I got it. It's going to be, I'll just go ahead and say it because I know it's not on your list.
What is it?
It is Top Gun being an all-time favorite of mine.
Yeah. Well, so we can touch base on all of these, but I have my wall of cool people. I have Bob Marley and Kobe Bryant. And then there's a picture of Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta from Pulp Fiction. Scarface, Al Pacino sitting at the desk. Mm-hmm. The cast from Goodfellas. And Tony Soprano, which was a series, but wow. great, like one of the best series ever. But and he said that Tom Cruise Maverick, a picture of Tom Cruise as Maverick should be on my wall of cool people. I was like, bruh, you have lost your ever loving mind. Maverick was cool. Like, he was so cool that, man, I learned a different kind of smooth. I was in like the 6th grade, 7th grade, bro, when Top Gun come out. The how he did Kelly McGillis.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Like where they about kissed and he'd pull away, and then that song that Berlin song.
Berlin, yeah,
it would play that song, and then so man, by the time they finally kissed, dude, she was ready for everything. It was on.
So you're saying that in the 80s, if we would have had modern technology like cell phones or MP3 players or whatever in the mid 80s, that every time you hit on a girl, you just would have put on Berlin, and that just would have been it.
Oh, that's kind of dorky, Chris. That's weird, dude.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
No, but what I'm saying is how he played that. Like, of course, the song didn't play when I was doing it, but I learned. Like, I was like, oh, okay, that's smooth. Like, I'll give him that. But to put him on the wall of cool people, oh man, like. Man, like, well, I've got a Doc Holliday picture. I don't know if you noticed it. It's a silhouette of Doc Holliday, but it's got all of his sayings written in it. My mom got it for me.
Okay,
it's pretty cool.
That
Tombstone.
Yeah, for sure.
Tombstone is like all time. I'm actually gonna put a picture of Doc Holliday. I don't know if I want to put one of Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday or one of the real Doc Holliday.
All right. There was another Doc Holliday movie too, and it had an older gentleman that was playing Doc. I can't remember his name though, but he was a good one too. But
Are you talking about the Wyatt Earp movie with Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
That's actually a little more accurate than because it shows his first wife that passed away. Cirilla was her name.
Yeah,
she had scurvy, and he left from up there. That was actually, I mean, it wasn't as good as Tombstone, but it had Gene Hackman in it as his dad. And I think his dad played a judge or something in that movie. Actually, man, his dad was a hustler. That's why they moved around so much. It wasn't because they was lawman. His dad was a lawman. Dad was a hustler. He'd move in town, hustle everybody, then they'd pack up and move on.
All right.
That's what I watched a lot of, like, I've wormholed down the historic documentaries. The Johnny Ringo, Doc Holliday thing, it didn't happen. Doc Holliday was already at the sanitarium. That was they just made that scene for the movie. The closest thing in Tombstone to accurate is the OK Corral.
Yeah.
How that played out. That was like that dude went up that morning and was like, hey man, they're down there. They was like, oh really? What's up? Here comes Doc out of bed from the night before, like, hey, we're going down there with like that was pretty spot on that.
Yeah,
from all the historians I've seen talk about it and stuff.
That's cool. I love Tombstone too. That's one of my favorites. And Doc Holliday
stole
the movie for me.
So many quotes.
Yeah. I'll be a Huckleberry.
Man, I seen my friend Joe. This dude, this big guy. And Joe was actually being really nice to the dude. And the guy was being a hothead. And he knew it was at a softball game years ago. And Joe's like 5'5", and this dude was like 6'5". And Joe had flip-flops on. And the dude had got ejected from the game, which was very unusual for this guy. I played against him before. He was a school teacher.
So he was playing in his flip-flops?
No, Joe was standing there at the corner of our dugout. He was down there watching our game.
Okay.
And we were talking to him.
All right.
And the guy got ejected from the game. He come out. And Joe said something to him very jokingly. Like, we all kind of knew each other and stuff. And he's like, man, Billy, I ain't never seen you get mad like that or something. And he was like, F you, Joe. I'll whatever, beat your ass too. Yeah. And he started walking towards Joe, and Joe literally said, I'll be a Huckleberry. And I was like from here to the wall. I was 5 feet, not 4 feet. I was closer than that. Joe jumped up, because he had to jump up because he's 5'5", and he clipped him right on the chin.
Oh.
And the old boy's eyes went, while he was still standing up. So he was out already. Like, and he, like, because I said, Joe, you hit him? I said, that dude got glass jaw. I was like, because Joe's pretty stocky, short and stocky, but I was like, man, I was like, he's wearing flip flops, dude. Both feet was off the ground. I was like, how much did you really get into it?
Yeah.
I was like, it wasn't like you teed off on him, but I was like, nevertheless, you put him to sleep. But when he fell, he hit his head on some railroad ties.
Oh.
It was real bad. So, it's never a good thing. But yeah, he did walk up to my friend who was much smaller. But as he was walking up, the last thing that he said before you heard the click, because his chin went click when he hit him.
Man.
He said, I'll be a Huckleberry. And then he did that. It was like, that was some pretty cold stuff right there.
Yeah, that's
like,
hardcore.
Man, wow. Can you imagine how many views on World Star that would have?
Yeah.
But just there's so many quotes from the shout out to my friend Joe for that. That was funny. Scary that day because he thought he was going. We thought it looked bad, but he was the guy who ended up being okay. But the quotes from that movie, I might say somebody just want you to know you're sitting in my chair.
Oh yeah.
What?
Love that. Love that.
What?
Billy Bob, he was all. Is that a fact?
Yeah.
He showed him. Great movie though.
Have you ever hit anybody with the "forgive me if I don't shake hands"? I have.
No.
I've done it.
Just random people you just don't want to shake with.
I've been with Boo. I've been all over. Me and Boo's been all over the country together.
Yeah.
And I've had some
questionable encounters.
Characters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to they probably had some kind of a addiction of some sort or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of people oh, whoa. And, I feel bad for them, but forgive me if I don't shake hands.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's something cool to say. Doc Holliday said it.
Yeah. As long as you're smiling, that's okay,
Forgive me if I don't shake hands.
Forgive me.
But yes, I have said that to somebody before.
Yeah, I bet you've had some wild encounters. Now, just off topic real quick, whenever you would go and do the traveling back then with Boo, did you vet the people that you were going to stay with or see or whatever?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you didn't have any bad encounters. Any
Nah.
Okay, nothing other than what you were expecting, I guess.
For the most part, it was all good.
All right. I mean, that's all you can ask for then. One or two little funky episodes. Like, were you at a place where, you were supposed to stay for, 5 days and you got there and stayed one night and you were like, yeah, it's time for me to go.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
But, man, that's just part of it.
Yeah.
But then there was other times it felt like that and it ended up being fun. And it just depends.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Got to meet a lot of interesting people.
I bet you did. I bet you did. Dude, I'm the type of person, for some reason, people, especially the older generation, they love to talk to me out in public. When I go somewhere to the grocery store,
Man, old people are the best.
If I go out to eat, and whenever I travel around and stuff, it's the same thing. People, all kinds of interesting people come up and want to talk to me for some reason.
But, Scarface, to me, is is it the best movie ever? No. Is it a great all-time classic? Absolutely.
It could be the best gangster movie.
Oh, man.
Movie, not show, because I know you like the Sopranos.
Well, yeah, but you got Goodfellas and Casino and the Godfather movies. And
I tell you what, man, I like those movies that you just said over The Godfather.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, The Godfather was good for its time, but Casino. You got to
really
be
good.
You got to be ready for that one.
It's really good. And Goodfellas is good. You know who actually, the character that Joe Pesci played in Casino, when he thinks he's going to be made and he gets,
yeah.
You know who supposedly that was that actually did it?
Who?
John Gotti himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. it was over the Bats guy. It was actually over the Billy Bats guy.
Yeah.
That they beat him or they beat him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a great. Those are all time.
You know, like, and I don't know. Have you ever seen on YouTube or TikTok like that Michael Franzese? Franzese, I think that's how you say it. I mean, he's ex-mafia dude. Like, they was doing the gas back in the 70s, man. They was big. That was probably the biggest money thing they had back then.
Really?
That was like union money, if not more. And Sammy the Bull, I know you've heard that name.
I have.
Dude, they do YouTube videos all the time.
Really?
And, like, I want to listen to them because, I mean, you love hearing those stories, obviously, right?
Oh, yeah.
But, like, and not that I would ever be in the mafia or anything, but I understand loyalty, family loyalty. And I know that's not your real family, but, man, that's a bond. Like, that's a real thing. That's a brotherhood. Like, it's
brotherhood.
This is, you know, there's one way out of this life.
That's right.
This lifestyle.
That's it.
That kind of thing. And, like, I ask you this, when they pricked their finger and they were being made, if the people who did that would have known that 40 years later or whatever, they would be on this thing called YouTube and TikTok or whatever, and Facebook, and everybody would be watching them sit and talk about all the stuff that everybody did. What do you think they'd have done? Right then.
Yeah.
Right back there.
Yep.
That's where they put one right back there.
How about, you want to go talk about it, huh?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm pretty sure both of them unalive people, and, like, I don't care who you sold out, you shouldn't be free.
Oh yeah,
For
sure.
That's, you know, so like I said, you love to hear the stories, but, man, I have no respect for neither one of them. Like, and you know, they don't have so big of an audience. Like, we could possibly, I get my Monkey Boo people to be like, come live with Pete and Chris. Because I would tell them, I'd be like, dude, you took an oath, bro. Like, has anybody ever called you? You know, I know there's still people around. Has anybody ever called you out on that? Like you shouldn't be saying this or you shouldn't be saying that. Like,
yeah. And how old are these people?
Are you still kicking? Like, do you? He's probably Sandy Lowell's probably in his 70s at least.
God dang, man. I mean, I guess
He's got to be in his 60s too.
I guess it's just a different time now than what it was whenever they were young. But you would think that
These are
like
Sammy the Bull, like, he freaking hitman.
Yeah, I say.
And I think that's what he was. Like, that's his job.
That's wild.
And he's on TikTok and stuff talking this. It blows my mind.
Well, but going back to the Scarface though, being a it's not the greatest of all time, but it's definitely a great movie. But I would put Scarface above the other ones that you named there. I think Scarface might be better than
Goodfellas. You know.
Oh yeah, say hello to my little friend.
You know what's my favorite over that one from Scarface? I retire. Remember when he's washing dishes and that dude gives him that deal and he throws the apron and the dude's like, I retire.
Yeah, I retired, man. Yeah. That was at the beginning.
I told Eve to tell, because Ty likes to say that when he don't want to do something. He's like, I retire. and Eve, I told Eve, I was like, you want to aggravate Tyler? And I was like, just hit him with when he wants you to do something, just say, I retire. I was like, have you ever seen Scarface? She's like, yeah. I was like, say it like Scarface.
It'd be funny to hear her tell him that.
But yeah, there's Pulp Fiction, classic.
Yeah.
All time.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
I have a screenwrite. I'll tell you about that. Of Pulp Fiction.
No.
It's in like plastic, and it's got everybody's autograph on the front of it.
That's awesome, dude.
Monkey Boo. I don't even remember who it was. I'm sorry. I feel terrible, and I'd have to watch a lot of hours of mail videos to find it.
Yeah.
But, somebody sent it to me.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
The great movie. I love how that movie, Pulp Fiction. I like how they do Quentin. I like how Quentin Tarantino did the back and forth scenes in the movie, so it wasn't all just straightforward. It kind of takes you. You start kind of at the end, and then it takes you to the beginning, and then the ending is actually the middle of the movie. And But I mean that obviously has one of the best scenes in the movie business. Period. When Samuel L. Jackson is reading the quote from the Bible to those boys whenever they're over there.
You read the Bible, Brent?
Yep, Brett. That's right. They go over there. They steal a sandwich, and can I care if I have a bite of that big Kahuna burger? That's what he was eating,
Yeah.
and he was like,
Now, you don't know about that in the Monkey Boo videos?
Huh.
Wow.
I don't know about what.
Bro, that's my it's not Samuel L's anymore. That's mine.
Yeah.
So
I know you do
anytime we
that in
do
the
a eating
videos.
video with the monkey, yeah.
Yeah.
I had this woman send me a message one time and said that her son watches Boo videos all the time. It's been a few years ago. And they were at the mall one day sitting in the food court, and they were all having some food, and he was eating cotton candy and was just going to town on it. Hadn't said nothing for like a couple minutes. And just all of a sudden busted out real loud. It was like, this is some tasty cotton candy. And like from watching our videos.
That is funny,
I was like,
dude.
yeah, I was like, little man's quoting, like he's not quoting Samuel, he's quoting Pete.
Yeah, that's funny, and I have noticed that in the videos when they're eating.
We do always, that's something out there.
That's funny though with the
It is a
kids.
tasty burger. But yeah, that's a cold scene. When do you know why they call it a quarter pounder? Because the Mexican system is like, oh, check out the big brain on bread. You a smart motherfucker.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Just so many. Bruce Willis is in that movie. Uma Thurman. I mean, it had a good cast. But
I thought Django was a good movie. I mean, I'm not supporting anything like that by no means, but
yeah,
like it was like I think I was telling Chris I seen some videos of where Leonardo DiCaprio was struggling because he did such a good job playing Mr. Candy or Senor Candy, whatever his name was in that movie, but he was so uncomfortable with some of the stuff he had to say, and Samuel L. Jackson had to pull him off to the side and was like, in Samuel L. Jackson's words, like, it's another Tuesday. He's like, do this shit. But, like he said it his way.
Yeah.
They said he really like got on him and scolded him. And Jamie Foxx said the same thing. Said the next day, because, actors will put themselves in a mindset of a character.
Yeah.
And said, like, for the next pretty much rest of the filming, while they were filming, he wouldn't even talk to them because back then they didn't really communicate with each other that
really
much. Like they were below them.
Huh.
And like he took on that mentality, but it's because Samuel L. Jackson boosted him up with the pep talk. It was like, look here, like a real Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh yeah,
not in a movie, a real life Samuel L. Jackson pull you to the side, like, look here, like you messing it up for everybody. You need to get it together.
Yeah,
say it, like say it.
Heck yeah.
But I mean, it was a good story. It had a good ending. The German dude was cool. He wouldn't shake that dude's hand because he was a scumbag doing what he did. He despised him for being the person that he was. Remember, they did that deal and everything was done, and he's like, it's not a deal till you shake my hand.
I barely remember that movie. I only saw it once or twice.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out. You can watch that on YouTube with ads for free.
Oh, can you? All right.
And it's not that many ads. It's not that bad. You can skip them after 5 seconds. So.
Heck yeah.
Django Unchained.
I pretty much like any Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
They're all good. 4 Rooms.
Reservoir Dogs was his, right?
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs.
That was a good movie. 4
Rooms was awesome. I don't know if you remember that one. That's the one where the bellhop worked for the hotel, and he went in. He had 4 rooms that kept calling him that night, and they were all like some problematic rooms. One of them had Antonio Banderas, his wife, and his 2 hellion kids, and he was leaving the 2 kids there for the night, and him and his wife were going out, and they wanted Ted, the bellboy, to just check on the kids every once in a while. There was like an unalive prostitute that was underneath the bed in there that the kids found. It was crazy, man. He ends up going into the room. Man, it's so good, dude. He goes at the end of it, he goes into a room where Quentin Tarantino's at. And, Quentin Tarantino's all jacked up and real hyper. And, they're, you got to watch it. You guys got to watch it. If you've never seen Four Rooms, worth a watch.
I mean, Rocky,
Any of them.
which is the best Rocky?
The best one is probably Rocky 3.
With Mr. T?
Yeah.
I seen where somebody was saying how how trash it was or something. I was like, I strongly disagreed with them. I don't know, it wasn't the best, but I don't think it was the worst. I don't think any of them were really bad. Even the one he did with Tommy Morrison was good.
Yeah. You see the new ones? Did you see Balboa and
Creed?
The Creed
yeah, I
movies?
watched Creed movies,
Yeah. They're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Sylvester Stallone, and a lot of people hate on Sly, but man, he has been writing movies since he was a young
Tulsa King
person.
is a great show, too.
One of my favorites. I can't wait for the new season.
Tulsa King's good.
He goes in there and straight takes over that town.
Tulsa King had me want to roll through the upstate of South Carolina, just going up in people's places and be like, I'm going to come by every Friday.
Yeah, let me speak to the manager.
I need an envelope. Nah, the manager, let me see the owner.
Yeah, the owner, yeah.
Like, I told my friends they have an auction. I was like, you better watch Tulsa King. I said, just pay attention to how they do it. I said, I'll be by on Fridays.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll through the whole upstate. I was like, hey, I could do that. Like, I started getting weird ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great show.
It
General.
Is. It is. I'll throw out another shout out for a show real quick, even though we're talking about movies. But the show it's on Netflix called The One Piece. First season, really, really good. They got a new season coming out. They put out the new trailer for it the other day. I highly recommend it. It's kind of an anime show a little bit. It was an anime. The original show was anime, and it's about a guy. It's a group of people, actually. They eat this certain kind of fruit. I think they called it a jackfruit or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. It's not jackfruit. But anyways, you eat it and something happens to you. Like something happens to your body, whatever that is. And this one kid, Luffy, he ate one that his mom's boyfriend or something had, and it made him stretchy, like super stretchy. He can throw his arm, 100 feet. And it's really cool. Yeah. But they're on the search for this special thing that this one pirate said that he had, and the pirate got killed, and he was like, that this is, it's somewhere in a certain area, and whoever finds it, it's like a special thing, and nobody really knows what it is yet.
Yeah.
Real good though, but check it out.
Another movie, I always stop, Cheech and Chong. Always going to stop and watch the Cheech and Chong movies.
Up in Smoke?
Any of them, but yeah, that's the, that 1 and 2, that's the one that were the biggest that get showed the most.
I love an Up in Smoke whenever they get arrested and they're in the courtroom and the judge is there and Chong walks up and grabs the cup of water off of the judge's thing, and he's like, "It's vodka, man." That's one of my favorite parts in that movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Really good movie. Funny story.
This is Sergeant Stadinko.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Some of their albums were classics.
Oh yeah.
You ever heard that song Blind Melon Chitlin?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Going downtown, going to see my gal, and it's just on an album.
All right.
And Cheech is like in the studio, and I think it's Chong doing it. He's like, and he says, "Oh, show my name, gone," and he can't hardly play the guitar because he's all messed up. And they're like, "What is this ding dong thing talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, put that up." Oh. He showed Blind Melon Chitlin shows it. It's just like it's a Cheech and Chong comedy album. I remember it from back in the day. But yeah, the Cheech and Chong movies. Man, there's so many funny movies.
Oh yeah.
John Candy, all his movies were funny. Eddie Murphy, Trading Places, freaking all-time classic funny movie.
Did you ever see the Dan Aykroyd movie called Dr. Detroit?
I think so.
Dude, he's he's playing like he's dealing with this gangster woman, and the mob woman, her name is Mom. That's what everybody calls her. And so Dan Aykroyd gets in some trouble. I guess he borrowed some money or something, and he comes up with this character that's called Dr. Detroit, and he's gonna meet Mom, and he's on the phone with her, and he's got like does this thing with his hand, and he's like, Mom. That's how he talks. It's real funny, man.
Travolta's got some good movies. From Paris with Love is a great movie. Have you not seen that?
Paris with Love. I don't think I've seen
I
that.
think it's on Amazon, dude. You should go watch it.
Huh. All right.
Travolta's head's all slick and stuff. He's gangster CIA dude.
All right. I like Travolta as a bad guy, man. He plays a great
He's a good
guy.
he's a good bad guy in that movie.
Okay.
Like he rolls through some people, dude.
All right.
Like,
and speaking of him, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
well, the Equalizer movies are really good. Also, but you've never seen Equalizer, have you?
I haven't. I know of the movies, but I haven't seen.
I wish you'd seen it because I would like to know who wins heads up 1-on-1 with the dude with Ian, whatever his name is, from Taken against the Equalizer. So it'd be John McCall. That's Denzel's character's name in the Equalizer against whatever that dude's name is in Taken. Because they both pretty much take out the same kind of people.
Yeah.
But, man, the Equalizer, Denzel, man, he puts a stopwatch on. There'd be a room full of people, and he's unarmed. Guns and knives and stuff around, and he'll just 29. He'll be like 29 seconds. He goes to work.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
There's one scene where he misses by like 8 seconds. He's like, but he goes back. He's like, nah, I did take the extra time with the corkscrew on that one guy. He doesn't say that, but it's like, I did all right.
I'll tell you ones that I like are probably from maybe right around 2000, maybe even right before the 2000, like 1999 or so. Any of those Jet Li movies from back then, man. Like The One, or I can't think of a bunch of them, but anything with Jet Li back then, I used to love that stuff.
He beat Danny Glover and Mel Gibson up. He beat the brakes off of them.
Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah, I know they won at the end somehow. I don't remember how it.
Oh, they got him in the belly with a piece of rebar and had to throw him over in the water. That's how they won.
Well, I knew they did something bad, but up until that point, man, didn't he kick one of them into the water about to drown?
No. So whenever they threw Jet Li in the water, Mel Gibson got tied up with him, and he got drug under with him, and then he tried to get out, and he's climbing up the sidewalk or whatever because it had fallen into the water, and then the concrete fell off, and it trapped him down there. And then Danny Glover wakes up from being knocked out by Jet Li, and Riggs willed it to him to come down there to where he was and saved him.
Man, Riggs has separated his shoulder to get out of something.
He would. I like whenever he faked it in part 4, whenever he was fighting the young cop in there in the ring, and he was like, "Oh, old shoulder injury." And then he was like, "Yeah, there's nothing wrong with my shoulder, Raj." He's like, "I'm fine." He's like, "The kid was killing me in there." I love the Lethal Weapon. That's my stuff right there, man.
Yeah, Joe Pesci was good in them too.
Yeah, but
completely different character than he usually plays.
Yeah.
You remember E-Bombs World?
Yes.
Is it still around?
I don't know.
Man, it had soundboards where everything Joe Pesci ever said in the movie, you could call somebody and be like, "Been trying to get a hold of you. You're harder to reach than the president."
Yeah. They had that. They used to have that thing. That's where I heard the name Frank Rizzo at. This is Frank. Yo, this is Frank Rizzo. Yeah. They did make the prank phone calls and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's where the guy that I can't remember his name, but he used to say stuff. He's like, you don't want to do. He'd do like karate stuff, and he's like, you don't want to ninja nobody. He's like, definitely don't want to ninja nobody doing this or that. I can't remember his name, man. Super funny guy though. I mean, this is like before YouTube stuff.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember who it is.
I think he's the same guy that's talking about having great big old dinosaur brains and stuff too. Again, this is right whenever YouTube first came around, probably. E-Bombs World was, that's where all the stupid stuff was.
Dynamite, How's your neck?
Caught you a delicious bass.
Yeah, you could call people and like really mess with them with that.
Dude, I called your cousin one time, Squilliam. I called him one time. I was over playing cards over at Shane's house, man. And just a quick story here. And this is back whenever those different voices on your cell phone was popular. You know, you get like I don't even know if they were apps back then, but you know, you call people and it would be a different voice that they would hear. And so I have a deep voice, and I called Squall with a woman's voice on there. And you know, I'm talking all sexy and sweet to him and stuff, but the way it sounded on his end was like I sounded like an 80-year-old woman that had been smoking cigarettes her whole life. And dude, it was like 2 years went by after that phone call. I never told Daniel that was me. And then one day, I was like, hey man, I was like, you remember a couple years back, dude? I was like, you got a phone call from some old woman with a scratchy voice? He was like, no. No, dude. He's like, was that you? I was like, yes, it was me. He was like, dude, forever, man. He's like, I wondered who that was for so long. He was like, I was all freaked out. I mean, he's like, you know, I was telling him personal stuff and just never told him it was me.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Squalter.
Yeah. But I'll tell you another one, though. A funny movie, an older one. This is stuff that my dad liked that I actually watched as a young kid. The Pink Panther. The Pink Panther movies with,
I don't remember who's in them.
Peter Sellers.
Yeah.
Great, just silly, funny movies, man.
Vacation movies with Chevy Chase.
Oh, absolutely. Christmas Vacation, I watch every single year.
Besides Home Alone, probably the best Christmas movie. It's one of them too.
Oh yeah. For holiday movies, I'm telling you, that's I start watching it around
the top
Thanksgiving.
three would be Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, or Christmas Vacation.
No.
Christmas movies.
No, I can agree with the first Home Alone and the Christmas Vacation movie, and the next Christmas movie has to be Trading Places, man.
Oh, yeah.
you
wow.
can't. I mean,
yeah, but it
is. He wears a Santa Claus outfit as like a homeless guy. Remember whenever he pulls out like the salmon or the bread or whatever it is?
Big ham.
Yeah, whatever it is, and he's like eating it, and he's eating his beard too.
Man, I'm sorry, but all those are better than Christmas Story.
I agree, man. I think it's a generational thing for Christmas Story.
Man, most people our age would probably be like, oh no. Like, you should try out. Whatever, man. It's funny, but...
I mean, yeah, Little Ralphie's good, but...
Yeah, I mean...
Chevy Chase's physical comedy from the very beginning of Christmas Vacation when he's out there on the ladder.
Vegas Vacation's great, too.
Oh,
He loses all the money. His son's going around Mr. Papa Giorgio, hanging out with the mob guys.
Dude, is that the original Vacation? Is that the one... No, I'm getting that confused with The Great Outdoors whenever they go and the old man's sitting in the restaurant and they're like, oh, you know, he's 100 and so years old. And Dan Aykroyd was like, oh, go give him a kiss, girl.
That's with
John Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great Outdoors.
The Great Outdoors, yeah.
He's dead.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The girls is over there kissing on him and stuff. It's horrible, man.
Yeah, he's the old 96er.
He does.
John Candy had that other movie, Summer Rental. That was where everybody stayed at his house.
That one was okay, man.
All the people was at his house. He would come in, and it was right by the walkway to the beach, so everybody was up in there.
And you know what's messed up about those John Candy movies is you can find pretty much all of his movies online for free except The Great Outdoors. You can find it on Amazon Prime, and you got to pay for it.
I was gonna say that. Seemed like I watched that not long ago.
If you did, it just changed because that's one of my favorite movies.
A while back, maybe it's been a while back, but Uncle Buck was a good movie.
Uncle Buck was really good. It sucked losing John Candy, man. He was a funny man, and everybody said that he was just a great guy too.
Like, man, comedy movies just Eddie Murphy's made a few. I thought him and Nick Nolte were really good together in the 48 Hours and another 48 Hours.
Yeah. What about Beverly Hills Cop movies?
They were funny.
I
haven't watched the new one, Axel.
Oh, dude, really?
I haven't watched it for some reason.
It's good. It's worth a watch. You need to watch it. It's good.
And Beverly Hills Cop used to be movies I would go back and watch over and over again.
Yeah.
What movie do you think you've seen the most?
Oh, that's probably easy for me. Any of the Harry Potter movies. I've definitely seen those movies at least 50 to 75 times at least.
What?
Yep, all of them. Yeah.
Wow, all time.
Not that is my all-time favorite movie, but I've probably seen those more than anything. Whenever I was married, those were those were go-tos.
Like I'm trying to think, there might be. Oh God, Rockies. I've seen Man on Fire at least 40 times, probably.
The Rocky movies. That
Rocky, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Every time they're on TV, I look at them. At least
50 times each, I would say.
Rambo: First Blood.
Only probably 5 times.
Oh man, I like that movie now. I start watching that, I get into my real manly side.
I get some clips of it on TikTok sometimes. The Rambo movies were good. I never really dug too many of Schwarzenegger's movies that much.
You didn't like Commando?
It's alright.
Dude, the movie starts off with him going and cutting down a tree, and then they show him walking back to his house with this gigantic log on his arm, and he's carrying a chainsaw. I mean, man, it doesn't get much more bad than that.
I know, but...
And they took his daughter, and then he, just like...
What, Alyssa Milano?
Now that I think about it, I think that is her.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised,
I remember that movie.
I'm sure you do.
I don't know, just... He's kind of... That's the one where that dude's on the plane with him, and he's got to get off the plane, and he puts a blanket on him. He's like, "Don't disturb my friend."
Yeah,
he's dead tired.
That's right, dead tired. That's right.
He elbows him and snaps him off.
Ooh, this is one that I didn't put on my little list that I got going over here. I've seen Back to the Future, the first one and the third one, many times.
Oh, I've seen them a bunch of times.
Those are some of my favorites, man. There's those are movies that the producers and stuff said, the directors, they said that there would never be any new ones. After they did those 3, they said they would never do any more or never let them be any more.
I got a legit reason.
All right, let me hear it.
I've seen Footloose at least 35 to 45 times. But I've got a legit reason. In the town I grew up in, we had one little movie theater, right?
All right.
Just one theater. And at the end of like 6th grade, and going into the summer, they kept that movie on there for like 6 weeks.
Okay.
So a couple times on Friday night, we'd go up there to hang out. Might have seen it then. And if we didn't have baseball practice, because that was at the end of the year, so we'd be doing baseball at the end of the school year. If we didn't have baseball or swim practice or something right after school, it's hot in Florida, but we don't want to hang out with our girlfriends and stuff. So we go, like, let's go to the movies. It's like 99 cents. It always was.
Oh, yeah.
Like, get out of heat, AC.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Footloose was on for a minute. Seen it way too many times. Can probably quote that damn movie. And never really liked it.
It's not my favorite either. I mean, it strikes me as something that you like.
It's not.
A man out there dancing. That's right up your alley.
Yeah, man. It's not even like in my top. I wouldn't even put it in the top 5,000 movies of ever.
Damn, 5,000
I would
movies.
tell Kevin Bacon that to himself. It does have John Lithgow in it. Ain't that the dude that plays the dad?
Yeah.
I like it. I like some of his stuff, but
yeah.
I'm like, man, they're playing this movie. This door.
All right.
It's a musical, man.
All right.
It's not really a musical, but I'm not a fan of musicals. Grease could have been so much of a better movie if they'd have made it more of a drama with some real stuff instead of a musical. Ooh, they're gonna race, whatever they said, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if they had actually made it, like, how it was back then, with, like, if it had been
I guess.
Man, musicals just don't do it for me.
Man, Grease is, I'm a fan of Grease, man.
Have you heard the remix of, with Olivia Newton-John and Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre?
No.
Huh?
Uh-uh.
Bruh,
Is it good?
Bruh, yes.
After the cast, I guess I'll be pulling that up.
And they got it sped up. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yes. Oh gosh. Yes. It's phenomenal.
I saw a real funny video.
God, I wish I could play that.
I saw a real funny video the other day that was it was like, what would be a video of like some, gangsters, I guess we'll call them. It's just how they are portraying themselves. They're flapping out money. Girls are twerking in the video, but the music behind it, they were like, this music really, the type of music doesn't really change the way you view things. And so it kicks off, it's looking like it's going to be, straight up some rap music and stuff. And then it kicks off, making my way downtown. And the one guy's sitting there singing it, and, they're flapping their money out and stuff. Dude, it's hilarious, man. I don't know if you've seen any of those or not. I can't think of the name of their little group that does it, but it's funny. It's super funny. But anyways, let's see. The Goonies, man. Our age difference is showing in the movies.
See, Squall was a Goonies fan. Squall always wanted to be Chunk because he was heavyset when he was a kid.
Who wants to be Chunk, man?
Squall thought he was Chunk. Ask him. Ask him. He wanted to find something like that dude and bring him home. Squall, for real, Squall was Chunk when he was a little kid. He was Chunk. Man. He literally was Chunk. My cousin Squall was Chunk when he was a kid. Ask him. Like, I think he wanted us to call him Chunk at one time. I don't remember. The Goonies, yeah.
Sorry, Squilliam.
I never, the Goonies, like, I don't know, man, just.
They do it for you?
E.T. was way better than the Goonies.
E.T. was good. E.T. was good.
As all time. The Star Wars movies were good. And I've never seen anything past Return of the Jedi.
It's good.
It's not worth it.
No, not in my opinion, man. I mean, some of the younger folks might disagree. The original three are the best. The three that came out after that, they're better. Those three are better than anything else they put out after that. All of the late Star Wars. Whenever Lucas sold his stuff to Disney, I guess, and gave up his rights, man, Disney has ruined the Star Wars world for me.
Samuel L. Jackson don't play a good Jedi.
I mean, if he would cuss, it'd be better.
They don't cuss in space, dude.
I guess if they cuss in space, they're going to float away.
Scotty on Star Trek. He definitely cussed.
Yeah.
They just don't show it on the show.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor. Or whatever he said.
So, I'm a huge comedy movie fan. Those are my favorites. Comedy and then...
Adam Sandler's movies are funny.
Yeah, pretty much anything Adam Sandler touches turns to gold.
He's funny. Like, it's dorky funny, but like the one... is it Billy Madison where he has to go back to school and redo all the grades?
Yeah. I would have went after the teacher.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy was good, man. My favorite Adam Sandler movie, without question.
Man, think about some of the girls from his movies. Layla, is that her name in Big Daddy? That redhead, that cool voice she's got. Yeah. Her and then in the teacher, like the 4th grade teacher.
Yeah.
And
Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, man, wow. Go ahead, Adam Sandler.
But my favorite by him, by far, The Wedding Singer. Love that movie. I can quote just about every bit of it. I've seen that movie a lot.
Jim Carrey's funny too.
Oh man, what's your favorite Jim Carrey movie? I mean, he's funny in everything he does.
I mean, I guess I have to say Ace Ventura, but freaking Me, Myself, and Irene is pretty freaking hilarious.
Love
dude.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
God, that movie is dun 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 dun. When he turns into Hank.
I love.
Man, that is the best.
So after the first time, whenever he's with the girl, and he wakes up and he's in there peeing, and his pee's going like up this way and everywhere. He's like, "Why am I peeing like we got busy last night?" And she was like, "What we did." That's horrible, man. Isn't that the movie where he's got the
giant toy,
the racial? Oh yeah, that too. But the biracial kids.
That cuss.
Yeah, the three boys.
Remember his wife runs off with that.
Yeah. That's funny as hell,
Yeah,
man.
they cuss because they grew up watching Richard Pryor, but because remember he's like you're gonna be down there with them Stanford. That's a bad thing because they're real smart.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they fly, they speak German and stuff. Like they're
Yeah.
super smart.
Yeah, because the one guy, he was all, "Ah, damn it, daddy." Dude, that's so funny, man. But I remember when The Mask came out with Jim Carrey in it, and that was what's her name's first movie.
I don't remember who was in it with him.
No, little blonde-headed cutie, man. I can't think of her name. Cameron Diaz. I think that was her first movie. But The Mask was really funny. I liked it.
Friday After Next.
The Friday movies are great, man. I think it was Jamie Foxx that was talking to Jerry Seinfeld, and he said that whenever Chris Tucker came on the scene for stand-up, he said that Jamie Foxx said that he went out and did his show, and he's like, I thought I did pretty good. He's like, everybody's laughing, having a good time. He said, and as soon as my show was over, he said, I hung out for Chris Tucker's show. He said, out in the back, listening in, and he was like, he said to everybody the whole time was loud laughing and everybody loving it. And he's like, I peeked my head in, to see who it was, and he was like, sure as world as Chris Tucker was in there, killing it.
Yeah, he's funny. The Friday movies are good.
Man, what about I liked him in The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis. Chris Tucker played like that. He was like a
Bruce Willis had some okay movies back in the day too.
Oh yeah, man. It doesn't. Speaking of Christmas movies,
Die Hard's not as good as those other ones.
it might not be as good, but I will go ahead and say,
Bruce, I hate to tell you,
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I'm not giving him a sympathy pass either.
Well,
I know he's not doing well. Bruce is all messed up.
I know it. He can't even talk or anything.
He can't at all no more?
I don't think so. I don't think he can communicate with his voice at all. He was the man, dude. What was that? Die Hard with a Vengeance is one of my favorite ones with Samuel L. in it. That's whenever they dropped him off in Harlem and he had to wear that.
I forgot he's in that.
Yeah.
He's wearing that sign.
Yeah, that's right. And that was a really good one. That's probably what really introduced me. I mean, I knew Samuel L. because of Pulp Fiction, but that was probably the next thing that I knew him from.
Like a twisted movie, man, was that Phone Booth movie.
I didn't see that, man. I don't watch scary movies.
It ain't really scary, but he's got that dude in the phone booth, and he's got he's been watching the guy's got a girlfriend, and he's got a wife, and
it's like a thriller.
And he makes him confess all his stuff, and he's up in a building somewhere. It's Kiefer Sutherland is the voice talking to him. And the other guys, is it Phone Booth? Is that the name of that movie? Oh, it's good. It's a good movie. Man, he's got it. Like, ain't nothing he can do. He's got to do everything he says. And he can't tell nobody what he's there for or what he's doing either.
Huh. I haven't saw that.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting.
He's like, anybody that I unalive, it's on you. Anybody. And he gives him a couple examples that he's not playing.
Well, another one of my favorites.
Forrest Whitaker's in it.
Oh, now I love those little memes that show that picture of Forrest Whitaker and it's like indica or sativa because of his eyes, dude. I love that. I laugh every time I see it, and chances are I'm going to share it with everybody when I see it too. But you said Sutherland there. One of my favorite movies of all time is The Lost Boys with the vampires.
Really? I didn't like that.
Man, it's a 10-year age difference between us, man.
I thought it was dorky.
Yeah, it's definitely
But
an
you know
age
what?
difference.
It's funny because I think I was like in high school 8 years when that came out already.
Yeah, probably because that was in the 80s.
Because they was like, of course, there was a group of kids and man, they got into some weird stuff, man.
They did.
Like I heard they dug up some graves and stuff. Them kids did in that little clique of kids at school.
Huh.
Yeah, they was strange.
Yeah, no, I ain't got no need to dig up nothing like that.
Yeah, like I pretty much had to tell them like y'all ain't even talk to me like y'all. I don't know what like I can like nah man that's messed up with y'all. I've heard some stuff about y'all like I cannot associate with y'all.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, they got all into it. It's funny the trends that people go through. Like, remember how big the Twilight movies were?
Man,
That was man.
dude, those movies. I didn't read the books, But everybody that reads them, they tell me that it's completely different than the movies, you know, because the movies, I've watched them. I don't know if you've seen all of them or not, but I have. And man, most of those movies are like close up screenshots of those two characters' faces just looking at each other. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
What I liked about the Twilight movies, because there'd be a movie come out, then there'd be a DVD release, book release. Man, I ain't gonna lie, those are some of the, like, I don't know where they are now in the internet universe, but those are some of the funnest YouTube videos I ever did.
Oh yeah, making fun of that?
Well, I would go in it like, kind of like I was interviewing people, but I would ask them like, man, I'd be at a Twilight thing and be like, do you think this is the one that Ron Weasley and Hermione finally tied the knot? And I had this black girl get so mad at me at Walmart one night, like a DVD release or something like that. Have you already seen it? And I was like, do they get married? And since you've seen it, do they get married? And she was like, she took it so serious, dude. Like, some of the people was laughing. Some of them, I think, were on her side, because those are, like, some weird people.
Yeah.
If you're standing in line to get a Twilight DVD, you're strange. I don't care what you say.
Well, my late wife would have waited for any kind of Harry Potter or anything, so.
Well, but this was for Twilight.
Yeah.
Because you're either team Edward or Jacob.
Yeah, that's right.
The werewolves and the vampires.
I would have been a werewolf, by the way.
Vampires live for a long time.
But wolves are just, excuse my language, but wolves are badass, man. I mean, and those wolves were huge. You know, they were top notch, man. They killed vampires and stuff.
But that girl, it was so funny. She's like, if you're gonna go out and do interviews, you need to do your homework before you come out here.
Oh.
And I was just like,
she hit you off.
Oh yeah, she was mad. I offended her to the core. Like, I was,
dang, man.
I was just making a joke. I actually did know a little more than I let on about it, but I didn't.
That would be fun to do, is to go to the theater whenever one of these like huge release movies are coming out, and go out with the camera and get some people's opinions. That'd be funny.
Man, it is, and you know, I could do stuff like that, and so many people do those videos now. But there's so many of these little punk kids that's done that, and man, they're doing it to, like, not always, but I can see where, and I've heard of situations where they have done it to the wrong person.
Oh yeah,
and it's going to end bad. Have you ever seen the shopping cart dudes? If you don't put your shopping cart back, they'll come up and throw a magnet on your car.
What?
Like, I put my shopping cart back.
Because you don't want a magnet on there? Or
no, just because it's the right thing to do.
Okay, all right, good. Me too.
But I've seen where these guys, they're like 18, 19 years old, and they like, I did, it's a little magnet, circle with yellow magnet says, and it's got a shopping cart thing on it, like something, and it sticks to your car. Like, man, if you throw it on my truck, bro, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be upset.
Well, you know, that speaking of that kind of stuff too. I mean, if me and you went out and was doing interviews, I mean, man, we're not very small guys, so I doubt we'd have too many problems.
Yeah. That's just like doing stuff like that. It's different, man. It's not the beginning that, you know, it's been done so much. People.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you.
Like, some of the stuff I see people doing, like, man, y'all gonna do that to the wrong person. But another, like, we hadn't really talked about much at all, sports movies. A lot of them.
Rookie of the Year, man.
Who?
The Rookie of the Year. He breaks his arm, and you know, he's a young kid, and he broke his arm in the perfect position so that whenever he
You talking about the little kid that plays for the Cubs with Gary Busey in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, okay, whatever, man. It's
man,
okay.
He was striking out. He was striking out pros, man. He was able to. He had that damn thing happen to his elbow.
I was talking like Remember the Titans or Coach Carter. Or,
honestly, Remember the Titans, and this is an emotional thing for me. Remember the Titans is my cry movie, man. Oh yeah. If I'm ready to feel emotional, I'm putting on Remember the Titans, man. Whenever they get to that part where he's like, you know, whenever Superman Rex and what's his name comes in there talking to him, and he's like, man, you're supposed to be Superman, dude. I'll cry right now, man.
Hey, you know, you ever seen Rudy?
Yeah.
It was a Saturday morning. No, it was a Tuesday or Wednesday morning. And we had a big job we were doing in business outside. It was pouring down rain. Canceled. That's why I had several guys painting for me. Canceled the whole day. About 10 o'clock that morning, I was sitting in the living room chilling. Everybody was gone. And I'd seen the advertisement that it was on HBO or something at the time. And I was like, man, whatever, man. I didn't know about it.
For Rudy?
Yeah, I didn't know the story. I didn't know the whole story or whatever.
All right.
And it come on, and I started watching it from the very beginning. And I watched it beginning to end. And at the end, that's the first time a movie ever made me cry. And when they carried Rudy off the field, I was like, I didn't even realize I was crying. I was like, oh, shit, I'm crying. I was like, damn. I was like, man, that's
emotional.
It's a true story. Mm-hmm. But Rudy was offsides.
He was offsides, and they also left out in that movie that Joe Montana was on the bench as a backup quarterback.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was on the same team as Rudiger.
Yeah.
I knew he played at Notre Dame, but I didn't know they played there together.
I'm pretty sure they did. It was either together or he was there the year after, but I'm pretty sure that he was there for Rudy, and he was on the team, but at that point, he wasn't playing.
I don't know if he actually made a tackle or not, but he was definitely offsides.
What,
definitely.
He was just over the line of scrimmage.
No, not right. He was offside.
Oh, man. All right. So he
jumped. No. He was lined up. Like, he was that far across the neutral zone. Like, his shoulder pads was even with the ball, and he was leaned out.
Well, he was a little guy. They had to.
Man, it can't be offside, man. Rudy was off. You ain't never seen on College Game Day on Saturday morning on ESPN? Somebody always has a sign up that says Rudy was offside. You have never noticed that?
I've seen those out there before.
Rudy was offsides.
So,
but that was a great movie, man.
So there's a picture of somebody whenever John Cena from wrestling has came out. There's a screenshot that somebody has taken with a sign out there that says John Cena eats corn the long way. Oh my God, dude.
Ooh.
It's so funny to me. I don't know why, but I laugh so hard every time I see that sign.
Have you ever seen Blue Chips?
No. What is blue? No. Huh?
You know what a blue chip is?
I don't. Obviously not.
Be somebody like me, Chris. No, a blue chip is like a 5-star basketball recruit coming out of high school, or for 5-star football,
Okay, I got a 5-star
top 100.
Gotcha.
In the country.
Okay, I didn't know
blue
they called them blue chip.
Blue chip. Yeah.
That's new for me.
But it's called Blue Chips, and it's got Nick Nolte, Shaq is in it, Penny Hardaway that used to play with Orlando Magic when Shaq first started.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that other boy is. He's not. I don't think he's. Does it have any other NBA players? But it shows all the coaches like Rick Pitino and Dean Smith might be in it.
I'm sure he
Bobby
is.
Knight. But Nick Nolte plays a basketball coach with a conscience. And but the boosters want to pay all the players and stuff. And it's that's one of the. I think that's really. I don't know if it's the best, but it's a really good sports movie. Coach Carter's a great sports movie.
I haven't seen that one.
It's a good sports movie. Varsity Blues, Friday Night Lights,
Major League.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's got to be one of the best.
Run like Hayes, play like Mays.
I love it. He's my favorite character in the movie. Whenever he kisses, he does like the little thing with the snake, and then kisses the little tiny little snake, trying to be like, what was his name? Like the Jamaican Serrano. Yeah.
When they come back for the second one, Serrano's all nice to everybody. He's like, "That's a really good pitch, man." Yeah. And that Japanese guy's like, "No, go on."
Mm-hmm. Both of those were good, man. The first one's my favorite one, though.
Yeah, it was good.
Wild Thing come out with the skull and crossbones on his glasses. Yeah. It didn't get no cooler than that, man.
Yeah, he was.
I love whenever he slept with what's his name's woman too.
He didn't know, man.
Man, I mean, honestly, do you think he would have cared either way? The way she was dressed, she was very provocative. I mean,
I can totally relate. That kind of things happen to me a million times.
A million times.
No,
Yeah.
that is a good comedy too.
Yeah. Oh, and here's one for the women, which was really a great movie. A League of Their Own with Tom Hanks as the coach.
Didn't like it.
Man, I mean, it's a woman's sports movie, dude. It was really good.
I don't
I
know.
mean, it had the good looking Madonna in there.
Forrest Gump was a great movie.
Oh, that
Did you know that Forrest Gump is based on a true story?
I did, and it's completely different than what the movie was.
No, that's the dude. Like he really made the shit happens bumper stickers and the smiley face T-shirts, and was on John Lennon because he had won at ping pong and on with John Lennon.
Yeah,
And told him about China when he
that really happened.
all that stuff. Yes, based on Forrest Gump was a real person.
Well, I mean, I know he was.
They had
I know
the
there's
shrimp-
a
they had
story
the, they
of
had the
it.
shrimp company and stuff. It is a real person.
Huh. I know the book shows Forrest Gump to be more of a not a good person. Like he was kind of a prick a little bit. And I've never read the book simply because of that, because I've got this image of Forrest Gump. I'm glad you said that, man, because that is probably my
Met
favorite
the
movie.
president twice, and he's the one that made him expose Watergate.
I mean,
he all that stuff that's in the movie. Yes.
I'm gonna have to look and see about all that and see if it was all true. 'Cause I know there
Dude,
was a
he
book.
taught Elvis how to dance.
Oh my God, I don't know, man.
Should I send him off into the world believing that Forrest Gump was based on a true story?
I'm telling you, I don't think it was.
You won't be the first person I've done that to.
I know that there was a book
It's-
about it, but I don't think he was a real
I think
person.
the book was just a spin-off. I don't even it's just a movie.
I think that you are time filling.
It's just yeah. I've actually told people that, and they're like, "Really?" And I've sent them off into the world to tell people that Forrest Gump was based on a 100% true story, and every bit of it's accurate to 100%.
I'm not that gullible. I'm
just
close.
was.
No.
He was like, "I got to check."
See, but that's what I said. I wasn't like, oh man, Pete,
Like,
you're telling me the complete
you're a little
truth
bit
here.
gullible, or you'd have went, "Man, come on, man, for real."
I keep an open mind.
What about scary movies?
Man, I've only seen a few scary movies, and like the typical ones from the '80s are the ones that I think about. The Friday the 13th movies, the Freddy movies, and
Freddy Krueger,
yeah, Freddy Krueger and
Nightmare on Elm Street.
yeah.
Man,
Man, the first one was scary, dude. Again, it's that 10-year age difference for me and you, because when Freddy came out, I was a little kid. And that shit used to scare the hell out of me, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now. To this day, Freddy Krueger don't show up in my dreams.
Like, do you show up in his?
Yeah, I have. Like he like Freddy Krueger prays that I don't come into his dreams in his sleep.
Let me ask you this.
I'm not scared of Freddy Krueger.
Let me ask you this. Do you remember, I'm pretty sure it was the Will Smith song, Nightmare on My Street, when he's singing and he's rapping about Freddy.
I think so.
If anybody's watching this or checks it out later, look up the Will Smith version of Nightmare on My Street or whatever it's called. I think that's what
I
it is.
erased a lot of my Will Smith stuff from my data base when he smacked Chris Rock.
Yeah, I mean, man, Chris should have hit him back.
Nah, he did the right thing. What he should have done is taxed him for about $200 million for smacking him in front of the whole world.
That's what he should have done.
I don't care if I was rich or not. I'd be like, okay, like bro, I'm gonna get in your pocket deep.
That's defemination or something like that. You know what they call it?
Like assault.
That's straight up assault. Yeah,
assault in front of the whole world.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
with 3 billion views on the internet.
Yeah, he slapped the hell out of him, man. That was I mean, Will Smith is not a small guy.
I mean, Chris Rock got him back when it was almost a year when he finally did that comedy special live. And it was like the whole episode. He did make one joke. He's like, last thing I need is another rapper mad at me. he said it earlier, but then at the end, and he talked about the selective outrage and like how he played Pookie in New Jack City, which was a great movie, by the way.
Yeah,
New Jack City is a really good movie. Menace to Society, all those movies like that are good. But he talked about how he played Pookie and Will Smith played Muhammad Ali. And he goes, and he slapped me.
yeah.
Because like at some other awards, I think The Rock pretty much made the same joke. like Golden Globes or some kind of other award show.
Yeah.
Like about a week before, same context. Will Smith didn't go up there and slap Dwayne Johnson.
I mean, would you go up and just slap Dwayne Johnson? Don't you even say yeah?
For what? What? Like, give me a scenario.
Well, I mean, you know, let's say that you were married to Jada, and he started talking about her being bald. Would you walk up in the middle of the show and smack Dwayne?
I wouldn't be married to Jada like that. I know she's weird, dude.
I mean, I know she's definitely weird these days. All right, let's say it's let's say.
Suppose I was there. Alyssa got to do some kind of, because my daughter owns a videographer company. She's like, Dad, you can come, but you gotta be cool. But Dwayne Johnson's gonna be there.
All right.
At this thing I'm shooting today.
All right.
And I'm allowed to invite a couple people you want to come. I'm like, all right, cool. And I got there. Suppose in the middle of something he got aggravated and he cussed at Alyssa.
Let's change it just a little bit. Some stuff happened. He gave Alyssa a little pat on the butt.
Oh.
It just took a whole new turn.
Yeah.
You getting ready to go up and smack Dwayne right in the face?
I mean, over smacking Alyssa on the ass, I'll bust Dwayne Johnson's ass. The Rock, whatever you want. Like Vince McMahon ain't writing no script for this. Ain't nobody yelling cut. Ain't no director. And if I have to, like, I will go full Hannibal Lecter on you at the end. Like, and you could say, "Oh man, you cheated. That wasn't fair." Like, when it's all over, I'll be like, ask him if he'll ever hit my daughter on the ass again, and ask him if he ever wants to run it back with me again. And I'll bet you he says no. So
I'm a huge Dwayne Johnson fan. He really is a good guy.
Oh yeah, he's a great dude. But like I'm saying, if he, yeah.
All right. So what that means is that Dwayne Johnson's got to be. I mean, I've never seen
he's
him.
He's a tough dude. He's a handful. I promise. He'd be a handful
for sure. I mean, he played with didn't he play with like Junior Seau or somebody like that in college?
Yeah, he played. I think he was recruited or played for maybe the University of Miami. He hurt his knee or something.
Yeah, but he played with.
And he comes from a family of wrestlers. He's a big, and he's jacked big, but. Man, he's like Samoa. He's naturally body strong anyway.
Oh yeah,
like he's he's not like your average person by no means. But like that don't mean I'm scared of him.
I wouldn't want to wrangle with The Rock, man. I
know he's your hero and stuff, but
I mean, you think he should run for president?
He could win.
I think it would ruin his career if he did. I think he could win too. He's got to have some of the most followers on Instagram. Do you know who has the most followers on Instagram?
Either him or Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift now. Yeah. I bet you it's Taylor Swift. Because Taylor Swift is so damn popular, man. Everybody loves her. Well, I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but most people do.
I don't know any personas.
Me either.
I think I did hear that her and Travis Kelce are maybe fixing to get engaged or something.
Who?
That's what I seen on the Gutfeld show clip. He said that they were getting engaged. And he said, which goes to show if you go to be a Hall of Fame tight end, you can marry a six.
That's true.
Wow, that's cold.
So the Cristiano Ronaldo has the most followers at over 1 billion.
He has 1 billion Instagram followers.
Yeah. Well, this is on. Let's see. I typed in here for Instagram, but it popped up just who has the most, and this is on it. This is on Instagram. No, Instagram 600 million, and Facebook 170 million. But on that's all together. Those are all together. Okay. 1.01 billion followers.
Wow. That's a lot.
Man.
That's a lot.
I mean, he's just. I guess that he probably has a pretty good. I mean, you know, sports. Being a soccer player, that's worldwide too. You know that's people all over the world know his name.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
real quick back to Dwayne Johnson because he's made a lot of movies too.
Yeah.
None of them are really that good. I don't think. He did a pretty good remake of Walking Tall. He was all right.
Walking Tall was good.
So
San
the same
Andreas.
scenario, Rock's done something, got you in a compromised position with your family or something. You backing down from Dwayne, huh?
No, I'm not much of a back downer. You know, I come from a line of family members that if stuff's getting serious and somebody messed with my family or something like that, the very first thing I'm doing, I'll put this out in the open 100%. I'm picking up dirt and I'm rubbing it in your eyes, whether I can reach you or I'm throwing it. If I got to get double fist, I'm throwing dirt.
There ain't no rules.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna pull a Pete and I'm gonna kick you right in the knee. I'm gonna take his big old legs out if I can.
Like I'm like Dalton and well, Dalton said it.
Oh, in Roadhouse?
He's like, take big guy, take his knee out, and he ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Or whatever he says.
Yeah.
And then Sam Elliott does it to that big old dude, and he goes, "Damn, that hurts."
Yeah,
After
he
does,
did.
he kicks that dude's knee. That big giant. That's a big lurch, dude.
Oh yeah.
He goes down.
I know you're not a Sam Elliott fan, but he was pretty bad in that movie.
Sam Elliott's made some good movies. He was good in Tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
Even he probably made the movie with Cher. Mask.
Yeah.
Like he probably made that movie, but I don't like Sam Elliott. He stood me up 2 years in a row on calling my mom and telling her happy birthday, like 4 or 5. I'm telling you right now, Sam Elliott don't want to see me face to face. Like I know he's an old dude. I'm not going to go up and like I'm not going to smack him, but I'm going to humiliate him.
No, but you know my mama, you know how hot my mom is, and you just left her hanging, dude. Well, that could have been the best thing that ever happened to you.
See, let's reel it back in. Let's never use the word my mom and hot in the same sentence.
All right, excuse
me.
again,
Chris.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That is not what it was about. Like, hey, Sam, man, my mom's hot. It was not like that.
All right.
My mom is a fan of your work.
Okay, all right.
Just like my mom watches Walker, Texas Ranger. Or she used to. My mom did not like Walker, Texas Ranger as a show for the entertainment value.
Oh, yeah.
My mom was clearly watching Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
It's like, and you know, as a son, especially I lost my dad a year and a half ago, like, and I'm very protective over my family. Like, man, you're gonna mess with my mom, like we DEFCON 1 right then. It's all bets are off. Like orange. If I meant to wear orange, I meant to wear orange. Like, that's my mom. So, but to have one of her favorite men be Chuck Norris, just like, what if Chuck Norris's great grandkid or whatever was a Monkey Boo fan, and somehow, and Chuck Norris ended up with my mom. Like I couldn't do him if my mom was, God forbid, like I couldn't imagine if she ever wanted to date somebody, and she was like, I got a date. You know, me and Chuck got to talking. I'd be like, "You going out with Chuck Norris?" Like,
damn it!
Oh, man, you can say what you want about Chuck Norris. I know the tigers are scared of him, and I know 100 gorillas are scared of him, and he don't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. And I know all that. I got one sound for Chuck Norris, and he better, when he hears his sound, if it's over my mama, he better take it. He better take it. He better believe in that more than he believes in this karate itself that he invented. When he hears that click, when you hear that click, Chuck, like, bro, you better know it's real, because I'm not throwing hands with you. Like,
man, if you
Norris, man.
If you even try to do that to Chuck, what you talking about? That bullet's going to come out.
It jams itself.
Yep, that's right. It's going to come out and look at Chuck, and it's going to take off the other way.
It's going to do it with my head.
I'm telling you. But that's funny though.
I'll throw it at him. I'm just telling well, he better hope so, because, man, I've seen Chuck Norris, and I never really was into like the karate movies all that much, too much back in the day. But I see he was on Letterman or one of them shows, and they were like, "What about Van Damme and this dude?" And naming off all those people, and he's like, "I'll fight any of them anytime you want." He goes, and he's like, "You can beat him?" He goes, "Yes."
Oh yeah.
He's like, "Absolutely." And they're like, he's like, "Oh, you're really confident." He's like, "I was an 8-time world karate champion." He's like, anytime they want to spar or whatever they want to do, he's like, anytime. And I was like, That was an open invitation to everybody.
Oh yeah, man. He should have beat Bruce Lee up in that one movie, man.
He says he could have beat Bruce Lee.
I bet he could, man. Chuck Norris, man.
They was at a party one time. Van Damme got drunk and was, I think, wanting to fight Seagal at a party.
Oh my god, I remember when all this was in the 90s.
I would have so been egging that on.
Oh, man, Van Damme would have beat the hell out of Steven Seagal,
what is that?
man.
Aikido? Is that what it's called that Steven Seagal does?
Yeah, but have you seen any videos of him doing that stuff, man? I mean,
it's dumb.
Those
It's
people
really
are throwing his.
And
Those
that's
people.
more of a. That's more of a. It's not really like jiu-jitsu, but
It is.
It's kind of, but you're more throwing them away from. It's a very defensive thing. Like you're not gonna do a lot of damage to anybody because you step away and you use their weight to throw them.
That's
you push
right.
them and a lot of tripping, and I'm sure man, a lot of people don't realize how much when you're doing something to somebody's upper body and stuff like that. When you step on somebody's foot, because nobody expects that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just do not expect to have and when your toes are planted and anything, your upper body gets moved, you're going on your butt. There, you have no choice.
Oh, yeah.
You're going down. Like a lot of people don't realize how much that comes into play. I've even seen some of the UFC guys, because they fight barefooted, they'll stomp each other's foot.
Hell
man.
yeah, they do.
Like after about 5 or 6, like that can make you lose your cool. And your other stuff, like, quit stomping my thigh.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, you caught with something else.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, in UFC stuff, that the mental part of that is just as much as the actual physical part of it.
Yeah.
You got to keep your cool, man. If you start to lose it, that's whenever the other guy knows. They're like, oh yeah, he's starting to get mad now. He's gonna get mad and he's gonna throw a haymaker and he's gonna leave his chin open.
Yeah.
And but another good. Speaking of Jean-Claude Van Damme, the movie Kickboxer. You remember that one? That's the one where he was in like Thailand or something. Yeah, one of my favorite fighting movies.
Bloodsport.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
Tom Paul.
Man, not Tom Poe. That was Kickboxer.
What was it?
Yeah.
With the glass, they dipped their fists in the glass.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I get pumped up over something like that, man. He's out there training, and his trainer's got that staff that's on fire, and the eagles flying around or whatever it is. Shit, man, that's cool stuff right there. I'm a sucker for a good 80s or 90s movie, man. Those are probably my all-time favorite generations of movies.
But yeah, scary movies, man, never really scared me.
Well, not one that you can think of, like Michael Myers didn't get you or anything like that.
Like people always just they give up too easy. Like, man, I know bad stuff can happen to you in life. Like there's bad people out there, but I promise I'm never gonna just sit there and accept it.
I mean, with Michael Myers, he wasn't even running. He was just walking behind you with with his weapon or whatever. I could have definitely outran him if nothing else.
Yeah. But a lot of times that's what gets me about those movies. Those people it's dumb because they just man. Very few people are just gonna give up. Like if you're scared for your life, you're gonna do something. And I don't know, just.
The Shining, that one didn't get. It's not. It's more of a thriller, I guess. It's in the horror section.
Man, I felt terrible for that woman because old dude was bugging out like he was. But the other stuff, like the ghostly, I don't know, man. It didn't. I don't know. It was. I've been there. We've talked about that place.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's just a story, man.
Yeah,
it ain't real.
Yeah, but the movie,
It's. It's a weird movie, definitely, but it's not weird. Let me tell you a movie that I think is overrated, and it probably won a Grammy. I'm sure it probably won an Oscar and a Grammy.
Overrated. Which one?
Overrated. Big movie. One of the biggest movies of all time. Can you guess? It's way overrated.
And one of the biggest movies I think of is like Lord of the Rings movies or something like that. Which one?
This won an Oscar and a Grammy. I'm sure it won. It had to have won a Grammy.
What year? Around what year? The 80s or 90s?
Is that early 2000s?
Ooh, I don't know.
Probably. Maybe late 90s.
Which one?
It's about a boat.
Huh?
It's about a boat.
About a boat.
True story.
Overboard?
Well, that's a funny movie.
I love that movie, man.
But no, it's a true story, but it's not a real true story. Because I call BS on everything they show in that movie.
What is it?
Titanic.
Now, what did you call BS on in Titanic? I mean, that's like that is.
First off, Rose would have never been interested in that dude.
And that was a '90s movie, by the way.
Okay, well, Rose would have never been interested in that dude to start with. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
I mean,
she is superficial. She wouldn't have been with that dude that she was with to start with. So don't even give me that crap.
She wouldn't have been with the first guy?
No, she was already with him. So she wouldn't have left that for Leonardo.
I mean, I guess it depends how miserable. You know, I mean, Leo was, you know, again, don't dig into this. Leo's a good-looking guy.
He had a big cowlick and stuff. Come on, man, be for real.
Well,
so unbelievable.
All right.
Just the love story to me is just unbelievable. I don't believe it. I'm not buying it.
All right, that's too much for you.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, what
and man, most of those people passed when they hit that water.
Oh yeah, for sure.
From cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Freaking
30 degree water.
It's below 30 degrees. It's just salt water. It didn't freeze.
Yeah.
But it hit icebergs, so obviously some of it was freezing. It was cold.
Oh yeah.
Cold. It had ice floating in it.
Oh yeah.
And even though it probably won an Oscar for best special effects or something, you truly really can't. Was it 1,300 people passed away that night?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
You can't relive that in a movie. You just can't. That's one of those things that I just think it's so horrific. If you could only imagine, could you imagine?
No.
Like in the middle of the ocean like that, in the freezing cold.
And the ship sticking up out of the water and then breaks down in it.
I mean, in today's times, there's rescue boats, there's rescue planes and boats. They stuff on the way right then.
Yeah.
They got backup power. Like, man, it was in 1908 or 1912.
Yeah, 1912.
Yeah. Like, nah, man, you screwed. You screwed.
Yeah, and you know something else. You know that they had those lifeboats on there, but knowing they didn't have enough for all the people. I mean, how do you feel about just the women and children being able to go on there? You know, how come the men had to suffer?
Have you ever seen the thing? Man, was it Rockefeller? One of the big financial names was supposed to be on it and didn't go. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of basically, if it was somebody like that.
Yeah.
But their competition, their other rich people were on it.
Oh, really?
That passed away. I can't remember. Was it Somebody can probably tell.
No, I think it was Rockefeller. I think that I've heard that before too. He was supposed to be on there.
And then I've also seen where it actually wasn't the Titanic. There was a sister ship, which I think is bullcrap.
Yeah.
They just, I think it's been recently. They just did some really good footage of the Titanic.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why we've had underwater cameras for a long time. I don't know why we're just now getting it, but
yes, the new footage. I've seen that, and it's just deteriorating by the day down there.
Yeah, it's been in there
120 something years.
Yeah. 113 years.
Yeah, that's
wow.
That's wild. That was.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I watched the Titanic. I'm assuming you've seen it 8 times. I'm just going to go out there. You've seen it at least 8 times.
Probably.
Figures. But
I like a good disaster movie, man.
It's not a disaster movie. It's a love story.
I think it's a disaster movie.
Titanic is a love story or a disaster story? It's a love story. The movie, the story of the Titanic is a freaking disaster. Absolutely.
It is. But the movie
is a love story.
I think it's a disaster movie, man. I think it is because the boat goes down. The unsinkable Molly Brown. That's right. She made it through. But you know the boat goes down. You know they might fall in love, but in the end, Rose kicks him off the board. You know, off that wooden door that she was on, That's a disaster. The boat goes down. All those people don't make it, and Leonardo gets kicked into the water, frozen. That's a disaster, man. Love story. He would have made it out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Titanic.
That was a good movie though. It wasn't too bad,
God,
man.
man, they played it so much on HBO and whatever it was on. Remember when it got released out, like where it could be showed, man, they showed that movie.
Oh, it was huge. Like you said, that one did win a bunch of awards and stuff. But I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio won an award for that. Because I don't think he's ever won one.
Oh, there's some other movies he should have won one.
Yeah, I mean, he could have won.
Great movie from, I guess it was 90s probably, with Blow.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, man, it's a good movie.
Yeah, that's super good movie, man.
One of the dudes that's one of the people in that movie, I've actually played at a big card game up in Shelby years ago. He was one of the people in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Like an extra or something like that?
No, like one of the characters.
Huh.
Like one of the people.
That's pretty cool. How'd they play?
He was only in it, but he was friends with George and with all those people back then.
That's wild, man.
And he used to play this poker game up there. Like that dude had a Hummer and a new Mercedes. He had like 3 or 4 different cars. He'd be driving.
Dale, how'd you get them cars?
I had a deep pocket poker player to play with, I guess. Like I know he would play big money.
Dude, I don't know. So there's a place in Concord that's it's a place that sells rifles and things like that. Can I say that on here?
Yeah.
Okay. And so they do a thing. It's like you can sign up and they'll send you text messages, and you can kind of like gamble on these weapons. And, they'll have like 20, 40, 50 slots available. You pay X amount for each slot. And, you win whatever weapon is going. And, dude, I didn't ever get anything from them, but I looked at them a few times and had them send me the messages and stuff. And one of my buddies was telling me, man, that there's a guy on there that spends about $5,000 a day on there trying to win these weapons, man. I'm like, good Lord, man, how does somebody, what kind of work does somebody do where they can just spend $5,000 a day on something that just is completely meaningless, man?
It's probably rigged somehow too.
Well, he does the thing with his phone, the random number generator, and he sends the text message to everybody. I mean, I guess it could be fake.
Have you ever seen DillDash.com?
Yeah.
William something is that dude's name that owns it. Because I've talked to him before. Because Ty did a big, man, when the iPhone 3 first came out, he sent Ty like 2 before they even came out.
Yeah.
Like Ty's iPhone giveaway, we were live on Blog TV, was the #1 trending thing on Twitter.
Nice.
His live stream was
that
night. And, well, DillDash wasn't doing commercials on TV and stuff yet then. Well, they give Ty a bunch of coins as part, and had him say, hey, make videos if you play in DillDash.
Okay.
Man, like it was over the course of like a summer, out in a garage, bro. We had like 4 65-inch TVs. He done want a refrigerator, a mini fridge, 2 Xboxes, a PlayStation.
That had to have been over whenever y'all was over there having them poker games back in
cameras, man, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But the reason he was winning, because they was paying him, plus they was giving him free stuff, so he was getting all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he was making videos going, oh, look how easy it is to win. I won again. I won again.
Yeah.
I won again. Man, it's one of those penny auctions.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Bid a penny until everybody stops.
Yeah, I've looked at things on there that I was interested in before, and I was like, so.
But totally rigged. Gotta be.
Yeah, I think so too. But.
Totally rigged. I mean, like he won. He was like, if he didn't, like he was winning like 1 out of every 1.5 he was in. He was
wow.
Like he'd have to bid a few times. He'd have to use up some of his stuff, but
And he's
and
still
then he was
winning.
reloading them, and yeah.
Wow. And just, we've been on here about a little over an hour and a half. I just want to throw out there, y'all, that I'm calling it now. This weekend, I think, is whenever Pete is gonna be. I'm not calling you what you want to be called, but Pete's gonna be a granddaddy, and I think it's coming as early as this weekend.
You said daddy, you might as well say big daddy.
I am not calling you that. And
Can you say big granddaddy? I thought you were secure with your manhood.
I am very secure with my manhood, but I ain't calling you Big Daddy.
I don't want you to say it like that. Why you got a southern daddy? Why you got to like?
Because I am Southern.
Yeah, but you didn't have to twang it like that. My goodness.
Y'all, I was over here for Easter, and Pete had his family come over, and Ty, and his wife Eve. And whenever Eve came in, she was all, "Hey, Big Daddy." I was all, "Please, for the love of God, don't call him that. That's what he wants to be called as a grandpa, y'all." And
I can show you my text messages what she calls me.
and she does. And it's ridiculous, y'all. So please don't.
My goal is for Tyler to say to Coach, be like, "Hey, do you want to go to Big Daddy's house?" That's what in 2 years or so. I'm so excited. I think I'm more excited than Ty and Eve are.
I bet you are, man. I bet you. This is the good. Everybody always says this is the good stuff.
I got mad anxiety going. Not anxiety, but so tonight there's a chance of rain. It was supposed to rain, and then it didn't. And so our church tournament, we have a really good team, but my friend Randy usually pitches. He's not going to be there tonight. His granddaughter has graduation, so I have to pitch tonight. It's not to really like. This is a very competitive league, and there's some dudes like because it's church league. Nobody really does that much, but there's no helmet. I could wear a helmet, and Randy said, "Do you want to use my helmet and mask?" I was like, "Well, that's like putting a damn target on me. Hell no!" Like if it's right at my head, I'll catch it. Hopefully, but yeah, like I may have some line drives hit back at me tonight, and it is slow pitch, so yeah, like some of them dudes can really, really hit it hard.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and mention also that the team that they're playing tonight beat them just a couple of weeks ago, and it's the last place team also. And Pete's team is pretty good.
Well, yeah, we finished the season in first place, but their last games we played, that team won 2 games in a row. They beat us and the second place team, which is the police department team.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But if we play tonight, if we win the first game, we're done until Tuesday.
Okay.
Winners bracket, we're good to go.
So,
but if we lose tonight, we play again at 8:30.
Okay.
And if you lose that game, church season's over. And then, man, like we have such a good team, but we've just had a couple of people not there, like just things, just like the wheels are slowly falling off. But.
So the whole season is on your back tonight, as long as it don't rain.
Well, there's 9 other people out there too.
Well, no, I know you. So, and I know you hate to lose. You hate to lose more than you like to win. So.
Oh, I definitely want to win.
I know you do. Especially the first game, you get through with the first one and you knock it out. That's it for y'all.
Yeah, come home.
Yeah, that's right, going home. But if y'all win just one of those games, though.
See, I remember this team, like, the back half of their lineup is a bunch of young baseball players.
Mm-hmm.
The first 4 batters are legit softball players. They're good. Got to get through them first 4 batters.
Right.
We get through them first 4 batters, and we got a couple. If I can get 2 outside of the first 4 batters every time through the lineup, we're doing good.
Right.
I know that. I remember that from their team. Their first 4 batters was really hard. Like, they did, they're good hitters.
So with a slow pitch underhand, can you do anything special with the ball that helps you and it goes against the batter whenever they're hitting? Like, can you put a certain spin on the ball? Do you
certain sanctions that'll let you do stuff that you won't like? Some stuff has got a higher arc.
Okay.
That you can throw it. That nobody likes to hit a pitch that's real. Got to be high arc to it.
I mean, but why not though? You'd think that would be a better pitch because it's coming at you at an angle.
I can't really throw one real good, but I've seen people that can throw a knuckleball underhand.
That's crazy, man.
The ball literally has no rotation on it at all.
Yeah.
And they can throw strikes with it. And I've seen videos of people that they say they're throwing a curveball, but man, it's kind of more, to me, it's more you're just throwing it right to, you're just coming out a little further to the right and throwing it back across.
Yeah, it's going
want to
across.
catch the corner.
Yeah.
Now, if you're hitting really good, you're seeing the ball good, like you're not gonna have a problem with it. But if you miss it just a little bit, a lot of people, and I can pitch them like this. Randy said you need to do that. I said, oh yeah, you know I will. I said,
like throwing
if
like
the
that.
first pitch is a strike, the next one I'm gonna backspin. I'm gonna spin it backwards too. And because I was telling Randy, I was like, dude, I'm throwing it. I said, I know how to throw it like that. And I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate hitting them pitches.
Do you get a lot of pop-ups whenever from those pitches?
Some people, yeah.
That's what I think I would do.
If you take your eye off the ball, like you will, yeah. If you miss it, it's pop-up in the
Yeah.
infield normally.
Yeah.
Even in slow pitch.
I mean-
Like now, I've seen people absolutely, like I've done that to guys and they hit it 400 feet before.
Yeah,
But
it just
I've also
depends.
done it and they hit a pop fly. I'm like, I can catch this behind my back if you want me to. I know it's pretty high, but it's right out.
Yeah. That's what I think would happen to me hitting one of those.
Yeah.
But
So we have that tonight at 6:30. If we win at 6:30, get to come on to the house.
heck yeah.
If
Well,
we lose it 6:30, we play at 8:30 with everything on the line.
heck yeah. Well, I hope y'all get the first game, knock it out. I got a busy weekend. I know it's not the weekend. We did this podcast early today because I'm going out of town and won't be here tomorrow. So that's why we have a Thursday cast this week.
It'll be tomorrow, Friday, on Facebook. I'll have it up there.
Yeah, yeah.
So cool. So, all right. Well, this has been fun. Chris got a wild weekend.
Well, we'll see.
He's going to a witch's covet to spend the weekend with a bunch of crazy girls. Should be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. Be a lot of fun.
But yeah, tell us some movies that you guys like. Is there any movies that really, really scared you? I'm trying to. And did any movie ever really scare me?
The movie called Insidious. That one, I've only seen almost all of it, and I've only seen it once. And that movie scared the hell out of me. Several parts in there got me on that one.
Man, you got to show me real life stuff to scare me.
Okay.
I remember watching the Paranormal Activity movies.
Oh my, yeah.
And I was like, if this is real, wow.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah, we all know how that turned out.
scary movies are weak, mostly, for the most part. I don't know. People give up too easy.
Somebody's gonna have to get you scared. You're gonna have to have a group of people come over here and like fake kidnap you and put a bag over your head, so you can't see where they're taking you, throw you in the back of a van and freaking
You gonna
out.
get some people to volunteer to do this?
I mean, they're gonna have to. I mean, you're not a small dude, so they're gonna have to be a bunch of big guys. I mean, we're gonna have to call Dwayne Johnson up here so we can try to make something happen. But
You know I live in the country, right?
now I would have to call ahead of time for whoever's over here and be like, look, man, hey, take Pete's piece and put it up. So we're gonna come over there and we're gonna mess with him a little bit. Boy, you get some people come over here and run up in your house where you can't do nothing, man. You about have a heart attack, man.
Here at the house,
Yeah, without your piece.
do it matter. You can bring Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield.
Oh yeah.
At the house here, I will always be undefeated. I promise. This room, that room, at the front door, in the garage, out by the pool.
Listen,
I'm unbeatable.
your domain. It ain't happening.
Now, catch me up the road at the store with the same people, probably a completely different outcome. But right here at Monkey Boo Land, I fear no man.
Yeah.
I will fear no evil as I walk the valley of Monkey Boo Land, because I am my brother's keeper.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, guys. So everybody have a great weekend, and we will see everybody on Monday.
Yep. Take care of that mental health, everybody. We'll see y'all.
Episode 10, the aluminum phase.
Yeah, that's
It's in the
right.
books.
5 more, we're going to be a crystal.
Yep. See you guys.
All right, guys.